Happy birthday, Aries. What is going on with you? Mercury has gone direct. Whether you are March Aries or April Aries, it is always love. Let's see what is going to be in the mix for you for your solar return, right? For the upcoming year. Okay, what can help you to reach your aspirations, reach your goals, what to watch out for, okay, what you need to work on. Yeah, look at that. It's always here. Of course, God of War, chaos and conflict. I feel like trying to goad you into, because not all Aries are about conflict, right? Yeah, time to go. You like, listen, unfinished symphony. You got some, I feel like unfinished business that you need to take care of. And there could be some distractions. Okay? Yin energy. Learning when to retreat, learning when to receive. Whether you're masculine or feminine, right? This is learning when to allow your cup to be full. Um, this is also taking more of a peaceful route. I'm getting as well. I think you're gonna be dodging a lot of conflict this year, Aries. That's what I think. Like that's the. It's like just be like, it's time to go. Like, or it could even be conflict around you. I'm getting. Like it may not even be you specifically involved in it. Okay, you could be at the club and it just start popping off, and you be like, they fighting. Let's go before the shots ring out. Let's go. Let's go for them shots ring out. We ain't getting caught up in it. I do not blame you. Let's see what's up with your shadow side. Let's see, okay, what you need to work on. What's up with the duality? Yeah, shadow alchemy, definite. Look at that. Turn shadows into gold by shifting your awareness. Empowerment, rebirth. Yep. Like nobody could goad you into an argument. Nobody could get you out of your element. You know what I mean? No one could spark your temper. Okay? Have courage to, you know what I'm saying? Just leave. Leave the conflict. Let them figure it out themselves. I'm getting like Five of Wands energy. We're gonna see if it comes out. But that's Five of Wands energy to me is let them figure it out. They wanna fight, let them figure that shit out. Let them fight amongst themselves. Cause I'm not, you ain't bringing me in the fight. Have courage, stop hiding, show up, let yourself be seen. Vulnerability, that's that yin energy as well. You know what I mean? It shows growth when you can be vulnerable. This came out in a collective read. I'm gonna put it forward. It came out for a reason. You know what I mean? Alright, please don't blow away. Yeah, having those boundaries up. Okay? Self-respect. Having those limits. You know what I mean? Look, we got resentment. It often festers, causing a desire for revenge. Let go of the past to find peace. Yeah, let go of past conflicts too. Like the darkness. Darkness cannot dispel darkness. Only light can, right? Love, clarity, awareness. Battle within. The greatest war you wage is against yourself. The inner conflict. Okay, so this conflict is an inner one. That's what I'm saying. The outer conflict doesn't make itself manifest unless you got an inner conflict going on. You got to have that courage to be vulnerable with yourself as to why. Yeah, there could be some resentment. There could be, I'm getting some bitterness. Yeah, there's a rebirth that needs to happen, Aries. Yeah, no more warring within yourself. Hold on, let me put this here because I do not want this to fly away. Yeah, there's some unfinished business.
Can I go see the
With who? Alright, we got authority. Look. Oh shit, Aries. Clashes with the boss. Or it could be a colleague. Or a challenge to your power will compel you to respond. Choose peaceful resolutions if you can. And a peaceful resolution is like, you know what? It just could be time for you to go. That's what it could be. Look, see, answers. You will resolve your current situation soon. Work-wise, you find unique ways to stand out. You find a new opening with job security. I'm telling you. You find a new opening and it's going to have job security. Instead of you clashing, okay, with someone, if they don't respect you, then the pay is not right. Okay, there's no boundaries. Your co-workers, there's always a conflict with your co-workers. Okay, yeah, because you're shedding. That's what I'm saying. The rebirth, the year of the snake. You're starting to outgrow your work situation. You're outgrowing it. You need to set higher goals and standards. You work well in healing and in medicine. Okay? You could start to see where you could be possibly branching out into a new business venture in the near future. And it's going to take time, I'm getting. See, that's the thing, too. We resent having to start fresh with certain things. This could be also something that you could have started in the past or something that you always wanted to deal with the unfinished symphony. Something that you could have always wanted to deal with. And now, it's like, now you're going to have the courage to come out with that. Like, look, you got courage again. You're going to turn this lead with this work situation, this, unhappy, this clashing, conflict, okay, conflict of interest, okay. Ask what you're afraid of so you can overcome what's holding you back now. There are leadership opportunities for the taking, and then you have authority here. So I'm getting, if you start now, Aries, if you start now by Leo season, things will start to take form. It's time for you now to step into your authority. You know you the head. You set up Leo's leadership, really, right? Because to lead is to be the head of something, which you are, Aries, right? And a crown is worn on the head. The leader, the initiator, Aries. You not only do you initiate for fire, but you initiate for the whole zodiac. You're the first sign in the whole zodiac. You're the beginning of the whole zodiac new year. The beginning of spring, the beginning of growth. Look what popped out. You see what I'm saying? Good luck. Your fortune is improving and you will get a lucky break soon. Collect nuggets of wisdom. You will need them in the near future. We got relationships, business partners, office, love affairs, and communication with coworkers are highlighted now. Make choices with extreme care. So, if there's a lot of I'm getting like a lot of like office conflict, okay? And I know they could be like pressing your buttons. Use that, like that anger that they're trying to provoke in you for a reaction into I'm going to get another job. You know what I mean? You could even be on the job looking, scrolling Indeed while you're even at the job. You get what I'm saying? Like, after they push you off, you let it slide. Like, you know what? This is the end of the road for you. This is not the end of the road for me. Okay? Yeah, with extreme care, because guess what? You want to be able to close that chapter and move on to the new place, new contract, right? You will resolve your current situation soon. You'll find unique ways to stand out, a new opening with job security. You want to be able to move on to something that's better. Okay? And as far as office love affairs, I mean, I can't you know, I can't shit where I eat, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I don't know. Or if the relationship is viable and it's not just a work hubby or a work wifey and this is like a real thing, one of y'all gonna have to leave. Straight up. One of y'all gonna have to leave. Because that's gonna be too much. That's gonna be too much gossip. It's just people gonna wind up knowing y'all business, period. Yeah, you've outgrown that work situation. Set higher goals and standards. That's all. When they try it. Okay, let's pull some tarot, Aries. Because I'm gonna pull a little love for you and all that good stuff. See me? Yeah. And that could be the battle within, like, should I stay, should I go? You gotta have the courage to, like, turn the situation that isn't work. It's bringing. I feel like it's like, yeah, it's like chipping you away little by little. You're gonna get the clarity on, okay, well, where do I go? What should I do? You got the Knight of Cups. You got the Page of Cups. I'm getting using your gifts. You know, and then even within jobs, you know what's your weaknesses and strengths, even within, employment. Okay? But for some reason, I love this Knight of Cups. Because there's coins here. Within the cup, there's coins. So this is what I'm saying. Like, you could meet somebody at the job, right? And then one of y'all leaves, and then y'all could work on a side hustle together. Or this is you working on your side hustle, side projects with somebody that y'all are compatible. I see a lot of possibilities here for you. Yup. A lot of possibilities. There's no need to worry. There could be a time restraint, or like you like, listen, I only got but so much patience before I knock somebody out at this job. And I'm just worried that I'm not gonna be able to hold it down, and I'm gonna say something or do something that's gonna put me in jeopardy. You feel me? Or you could just feel like it said you work well in healing and medicine. If you're in a specific, very important, people's lives are in your hands and you have to work with a team, I wouldn't feel comfortable. I work in the healthcare industry and would not feel comfortable working with a team with people that are, want conflict with you. You need to be able to work with people that you know what I'm saying, in order to be able to save lives. You get me? And then I'm also getting with this too, with healing and medicine, knowing the duplicity that herbs and organic fruits and vegetables heal as well. or you know, using both modalities. 7. Mm-hmm. And there could be a lot of anxiety about, like, you know, head over heart decisions as well. I think you could find a happy medium. That's what I think. Especially when you take the time out for your self-care and to be able to replenish your energy. Yeah, Knight of Wands. Look, 10 of Coins at the bottom of the deck. Your legacy. I'm telling you, by December, you're gonna be in that new position. I feel like you're gonna have a side hustle. You're gonna be in a new relationship. Okay, everybody's gonna be good. You're gonna have a good holiday season, Aries, this year. That's what I'm getting. Yule time. Oh yeah, there's gonna definitely be some celebration going on. I definitely see that for you. Yep. Especially if you step into your authority. Especially if you step into your authority, you need to respond. Like if there's clashes going on and your way of response is moving on to greener pastures or taking a job just for, you know, for a while, or staying there for a while until you can find better, or you staying there until you could fund your passion projects, your gifts. Okay. And they may, I'm getting to, let's say you put your notice in. I'm going to clarify, but let's say you put your notice in. They're going to be apologizing. Like, you know, I know I gave you a run for your money. I know I gave you a hard time. Whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. This is crazy. We got the Hierophant, the Horologer. This is mapping things out. I was getting something with time too, with this 9 of Swords. I was getting something with time. Like there could be a time limit, or like Taurus season, right? I think within a month's time, like by the middle of Taurus season, you would have already made your decision. You would have already applied to these new places. I think you will get I think you something else solid will come in by then. Yup, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, look, a reconciliation here. That's the Judgment, regeneration machine. We got the three of Cups. That's the celebration. Let me find out. Somebody gonna get a job in the hospital. Could be working with animals too. Because we got a lot of animals here. We got the snake. We got the lion. We got the dogs. Different dogs here. We got the rabbit. Okay? We got the zebra. Messenger. We got the Knight of Wands again. I think this is gonna be swift. That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, within 30 days time, you're gonna be in a good job. I feel like you're gonna have your side hustle. Like that's gonna be a part of your self-care, is working on your side projects. Like if you work in a hospital, it's a stressful environment. you know, your painting, your music, all of that good stuff is what's going to balance shit out for you. You know what I'm saying? You riding your motorcycle on the weekend, whatever it is. And I feel like you could keep that separate. That's what I'm getting to. Learning to keep that separate. Like, you know what I mean? So nobody ain't got to judge you. Getting a proper sleep too. I feel like your spirit team is watching you to see how you respond to this chaos, to these conflicts. Yeah, we got the Three of Swords here. I think this is you making your way out of that job. You know, like people I'm getting a lot of micromanaging. Moon voyage. You could be you know, there's a full moon this weekend as I'm filming this. So you could be starting this like, all right, boom, I'm gonna start looking for a job. I'm gonna start da da da. You could be starting this for this full moon in Libra. Let's get some tea on this. Yep. Yep. That's what I said, keeping that separate. Like, and then when you start this new job, like, you're not gonna be all friendly. I think you're just gonna be about the business. Like, you just gonna, you know, the job is the job. Maybe in the past you always try to be like friendly and all of that, but I feel like you're gonna have your boundaries up with this new job. Like, that's a conflict. Like, you know, not saying you're not gonna be jovial, right? But I think you're gonna keep that separate. Like, business is like the ace of, like, business is business. This is I'm gonna keep that separate. You know what I do on the outside to celebrate, you know what I mean, I'm gonna keep that to myself. And I think I think that's gonna be the big difference. And then when you get to this new job, you see what I'm saying, you may have a little anxiety, like, am I gonna go through what I went through before? But I don't think so. I think you're gonna love it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then this can also be like the people at your old job, because they're not gonna find somebody as skilled as you. Yeah, see? Tension, worry, stressed out, migraines. You know what I mean? Yeah, your team is watching. They're watching how you adjust to all of this chaos, you know what I mean? The stress. Like, are you gonna stay in it, or are you gonna provide a way? Using your authority, using your talents and your gifts, having the courage to put up the boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Resolve that. As I say, put up the boundaries. Okay? People who are disrespectful. Enough is enough. You're defending yourself, and you don't have to come back at them. You don't. You just move on. There's always another job. Look. There's always another job. New opportunities, new career, successful business. I'm telling you, that's what I feel. Like, once you show the universe, like, nah, I want something that's ideal. I don't want to be worried about the bills or even trying to keep this business afloat. I need to have a perfect work environment where I can focus on my work, go home, kick my shoes off, you know what I'm saying? And then on my days off, I could let my freak flag fly high. Okay? You got the Knight of Wands twice, masculine and a feminine version, straight up. Fixed cars, whatever floats your boat. Whatever floats your boat. You see what I'm saying? And keep it underneath the radar. I'll tell you that Africans are notorious for this. You could ask them questions like, oh, what you doing? That'll be their answer. And that could be a yes, that could be a no. They ain't gonna answer your questions. Hold on. 1 minute though. 1 minute though. I have to do this. Hold on. They notorious for that. They don't be answering your questions like that. If they feel like you don't need to know, you learn that. Learn how to do that. Okay? In these jobs. Because people are so damn nosy. Okay? Look. Upheaval. Disaster. Downfall. That's what people want. Distance yourself. Okay? Separation. Distance yourself from the chaos. Because you got to glow up. You got to, and then that's a ring light. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You got a business that could be taking on things that make you happy. That could be, suffering in silence. You suffering in silence, suffering at these jobs. Okay? Unspoken desires, real feelings, broken dreams. And then now you have an epiphany. Self-reflection, answered questions, untapped talents. Period. No need to suffer in silence anymore. You're going to be distancing yourself from the chaos. That's what I'm getting. Let me pull some love energy for you, Aries. What's good? Let's see what's going to be coming forward for you. Okay. Yeah, forget that. You got unfinished business with source, with your true destiny. You know what I'm saying? And it could be your destiny is to have a specific type of job to work. You know what I'm saying? To have that new opportunity. Okay? Some new offers. Okay, I'm getting something. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's something with 2. Like 2 weeks, 2 months. Like going hard for 2 weeks. Okay? Either with the overtime. Okay? Yeah, either with overtime, like to save while you transition over into another job. I'm getting, because you know how that go. You know, when you train certain jobs, you don't know, they could pay bi-weekly and all, and you gotta wait and all that. So there could be a period of like 2 weeks where you're going hard in the overtime, saving that money, or 2 months of interviews, resume, trying to find that new job. And then also I'm getting consistency with your gifts as well. 2 months. Okay, like you're gonna say, all right, I'm gonna give myself 2 months. I'm gonna focus, like on my day off, I'm gonna record videos, post them. You know what I mean? I definitely see that. Yeah, have faith. Straight up. Trust and believe that love is here to stay this time around. And with these cards, I love they dualistic because they're supposed to be romantic cards, but I feel like even with spiritually, you know what I'm saying? Have faith that you're gonna find security, a secure job, a secure relationship. What is yours will always be yours. Like I said, if there is an office romance, you know what I'm saying? That is viewing, and then if it's secure, like I said, y'all gonna make a way. Like, all right, boo, I'll find another job. I could always find another, depending on y'all positions. You know what I mean? Or people may try to have y'all separate. Okay, this ain't even supposed to be in this deck. But look, we got contract, marriage, eloping. What's going on? What's going on? There could definitely be something solid coming in for you, Aries. For real. For real. Okay. What's yours will always be meant to be yours. It's secured by the divine. So, okay, no job could be separating. What is this? Chit chat over drink. So this is how it's gonna be beginning. That's how it could be. Oh, that's how it could be beginning. Or it may be at the new job where you meet this person, and you thinking you just going to keep it professional, and find out your boo is there. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Yeah, your past, they gonna be, I'm telling you, people gonna be trying to be all up in your BI. Yeah, you might have to take that chance. You might really and truly have to take that chance. What if you, what? Aries, hold on, it's still coming. Yup, I'm telling you, legal. You might have to get that divorce first. Or somebody might, but it's the same thing. It says contracts. Okay? Marriage. Settlement. Inheritance. Yeah, definitely check out the collective read that I just put up. Look, main attraction. You already know, okay? Especially when you come to this new job. It don't matter where you go, Aries. Okay? People gonna be eyeing you. Y'all, look, this look like the break room too. Like you just walk up in the break room, you know what I mean? People want to find out about you, and you trying to keep it very professional. Look, very soon, y'all, they gonna, you know what I mean? They gonna see how you move, and then that is what may entice them. Is your professionalism? They gonna be like, yo, he's real professional. You know what I'm saying? He don't too be smiling up in people's face. You know what I'm saying? But they own the room when they come in. They know their job. They know what they doing. Like, I'm telling you, oh my gosh. This is so exciting, Aries. Yo, this is an enchanted love. A sacred bond that is divinely guided and harmonious. Could you, yo, very soon, yup. Just need a little bit of patience. You know, Aries, that's the inner battle for you, is the patience. Like everything is gonna smooth out. Just be cool. Calm, be cool. Marcus Garvey said be cool. Okay? Just be cool, be patient, you know what I'm saying? You could be suffering in silence. Have faith. The security is coming in. You already know how you do already. Look, yeah, the money is gonna be coming in. Don't worry. Everybody gonna be so you worried about your children. If you have children, you know what I'm saying? You might want to put them in a special school for their gifts and stuff like that. And it costs a little bit of money and all that. I'm telling you, you're gonna have, and then I'm telling you, you're gonna have that money by the time the next school, whether it's August or September, by that next school year starting, you have that little extra money for that school. Okay? You're gonna be fine. Your children are gonna be fine. And then by Christmas, I'm telling you, you in the new boo. You in the new boo, Aries. But you gotta keep, I feel like, yeah, just, you have to be stealth. Yo, that's crazy. I'm thinking like, oh, you know, one of y'all gonna have to leave. Yo, this might be at the new job. You really gonna have to keep that, especially if you just started. And you really like the new job. Like, it's, yes, this is it. This is what I wanted. Yup, I see it. Aries, this was dope. Happy birthday. I hope you appreciate this. I'm gonna see y'all in check in. Peace.